From the time Henry Ford was a boy growing up on a farm in Dearborn, Michigan, he loved tinkering with machinery. In 1879, at age 16, Ford embarked on a series of jobs as a steam engine machinist. But by the early 1890s, he was devoting time to another passion, the gasoline engine. Ford's dream was to build a car for the common man. In 1903, that dream became a lot closer. At the age of 40, Ford opened the doors of the Ford Motor Company in what was to become known as Motortown, Detroit, Michigan. Some 53 years later, Norris Clancy opened the doors to the first Ford dealership over the mountains in Bathurst, here in its current location in Howick Street. Since then, the dealership has always carried the Clancy's name, although changing hands from Norris Clancy to Dave Dickinson in 1980 and again in June 2007. Over Clancy's many years in business, there have been many consistencies. For one, the backing of the largest and dominant motor vehicle brands in the world, providing a range of vehicles that are trusted and reliable. Another, Clancy's has always known that it is part of a community that not only employs its locals but invests in them too. Proof of the return on good investment is being able to say that in Clancy's 57-year history, there are 2 staff members who have over 80 years of combined service. Ian Mosley has been with Clancy's for 28 years, working his way up to manage the service department and oversee the workshop. And Jim Hallahan, who started with Norrie Clancy some 52 years ago. We're not quite sure what it is that he does around here, but you can be sure that when we open the doors again tomorrow, he'll be there. Clancy's has always wanted to be known as a good company to deal with. We believe that this is continuing today. Clancy's customers are not just another sale, they become lifelong friends. Clancy's has succeeded as Bathurst's longest established new and used car dealership because of teamwork. Not only having an extremely strong and dominant brand in Ford, but having the right people where it counts. Clancy's has always taken great pride in training their people and in particular supplying apprenticeships for the next generation. Clancy's stand out as one of only a handful of Bathurst businesses that have moved with the times. Not only with sales, but right down to the nuts and bolts with the investment in the latest in local and European diagnostic technology and training to give the workshop that technological edge. The journey into the future looks bright for the Ford brand and indeed for Clancy's. We, like Ford, will continue to deliver motor vehicles not only for the common man, as it was in Henry Ford's vision, but continue to excel with a product range that is the envy of other manufacturers and the motoring public at large. As Ford is a well-recognised brand, we at Clancy's look forward to continuing the long association of Ford, Clancy's and the people of Bathurst and its surrounding towns. Tonight, we would like to take you on a journey of evolution that started in Australia in 1960 with the birth of the All-Australian Falcon.
Australian Falcon, a car of sculptured styling, perfect proportions, a roomy 6-seater with a lively 6-cylinder 90-horsepower engine, splendid all-round vision and built-in comfort and safety. A car with a proved background and a great future in this country.
It was soon apparent that Falcon needed fine-tuning for local conditions. Power, durability and toughness on Australia's rough roads were the key issues. The XL went some way to meeting these demands. With the release of the much more powerful XM and XP model, Falcon cast aside its early teething problems and proved its reliability with a 70,000-mile durability trial and was completed 6 hours under schedule. Falcon had arrived. XR was the first all-new Falcon since XK and introduces a 4.7-litre V8 and the first GT, and proved a runaway success with the public and marked the beginning of the muscle car. The XR GT was the basis of Ford's first Bathurst victory and was the beginning for Ford's Bathurst assault. The improvements in power and performance continued with the release of the XT in 1968. More proof of its toughness came when it took out the team's performance trophy in the London to Sydney Marathon. XW followed hot on the heels of XT with major sheet metal refinements and the legendary 351. In 1970, Alan Moffat and his team went on to a stunning victory in Bathurst and proved to be another market winner for Ford. Falcon was on a roll with XY, selling over 100,000 units for the first time, but the marketing push continued in the 70s, where the going forward was the going thing.
Sleek, smooth, strong. More built-in quietness. New higher performing engines, including a new 170 horsepower 2-barrel 6. Come on over. Discover how it feels behind the wheel of the great road car. Success Falcon. Going Ford is the going thing.
The XA was the first in a new era at Ford and was the first Ford completely designed in Australia. In 1973, the XB went on to better all sales records and clearing 200,000 units for the first time. XC introduced significant styling changes in 1976, but the highlight was Bathurst. Alan Moffat and his team taking first and second and cementing Ford's position as the Mount Panorama champion.
For the last time, they come down in that magnificent view from the 7 helicopter, a scene we've never seen before. Side by side, Colin Bond marginally in front, but he'll ease up to the corner and let his team leader through, I would think. But he's in front at the moment. He's going to have trouble breaking here to let Moffat through again. Now he does. And Moffat from the outside will sweep around and take the checkered flag first for victory in the 1977 Hardy Perodo 1000.
By 1979, the 6-year model cycle had rolled around. XD was the result of nearly 20 years of Falcon experience, but it was to have a radically different body shape.
Ford Motor Company of Australia would like to thank Mercedes-Benz, Volvo, BMW, Audi, and Porsche. These great motor cars of the world have provided inspiration for our designers and engineers in developing our new family car for Australia. Introducing new Ford Falcon GL, a world-class family car without a world-class price. Just 6,000.
With the XE Falcon, Ford was the only remaining company with an Australian-designed and built car. This Falcon was quieter, smoother and more relaxing than ever before. Softer styling identified the XF Falcon. An all-new colour-keyed interior was more up-to-date, with a radio cassette player, digital clock and trip meter now standard. Due to Ford's new state-of-the-art electronic engine control system, power was lifted and fuel economy improved. Built from the ground up, the sleek EA Falcon styling proved very popular. It wasn't all looks, it was aerodynamic as well, being the first Falcon to make use of wind tunnel testing. There were big changes for the EB Falcon. Placement of the Ford badge, now in the grille, new wheel trims and reverse lights on either side of the number plate, plus the return of the V8 5-litre. Released in August 1993 to battle the best-selling Commodore, visual changes were a new grille and the XR models gained new quad-round headlights. The The next evolution of the EA Falcon was so different it could almost be regarded as a totally new model. On the outside, the doors were the only parts carried over. The EF styling was softer and rounder, and this made the car appear smaller than it actually was. The EL Falcon was in a sense the Falcon we had to have. The last of the E-body Falcons, it was undoubtedly the best in terms of reliability and technical development. Introduced in September 1998 after being previously codenamed the Eagle, the AU Falcon was the first of a totally new shape to represent the then pride of Ford Australia. Touted as the most important Falcon release in decades, as a family car that can move 5 big people and their luggage, the BA Falcon really takes some beating. The BF Falcon model incorporated a host of changes aimed at delivering even more driving enjoyment and fuel economy advantages to valued customers. This brings us to 2008, where style and performance are not only synergies, but are the fundamental essence of modern motoring. Clancy Ford, at the rightful home of motorsport, is pleased and honoured to be able to bring you the latest in the evolution of the Falcon.
Swagger, come down by Boulevard, under the shade of a coolabah tree, and he sang as he watched, and he waited till his Billy boy, he sang, you'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. Came a jumper to drink at the Billabong. Up jumped the swagman and grabbed him with glee, and he sang as he shoved that John Buck in his tucker bag. He sang, you'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. Waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda, you will come waltzing Matilda with me. And he sang as he shoved that John Buck in his tucker bag. He sang, you will come a waltzing Matilda with me. Up rode the squatter, mounted on the thoroughbred. Up jumped the troopers, 1, 2, and 3. They said, where's that Jolly John Buck you got in your tucker bag? They said, will you come a waltzing Matilda with me? Waltzing Matilda, Lord, waltzing Matilda, will you come a waltzing Matilda with me? They said, where's that Jolly John Buck you got tied up in your tucker bag? They said, boy, will you come a waltzing Matilda with me? Jumped the swagman, with a billabong. You'll never take me alive, said he. And his ghost still may be heard as you walk round by the billabong, just singing. You come waltzing Matilda with me.
For more than half a century, we've led our industry with the very best our efforts could produce. We've led with a dedicated and professional team, men and women who established a tradition of matchless service. The continuation of that tradition is now the responsibility of each of us, because only when each of us performs in the spirit of achievements past and in the expectation of those to come can we truly claim to be Ford #1.
And his ghost